Preservation is off the menu.
Girl, you cannot keep rotting in that apartment.
I'm not rotting, I'm resting.
And a flat white at Cafe Aurora is on it. She was looking for a transaction, but she might just find something that isn't for sale. Behind the Seine, for today only Siempre Amigos, a webtoon miniseries by Ease Your Scroll.
Beyond the Seine, Episode 1, for today only. Paris in the rain hit differently than the dry heat of Madrid. The cafe smelled like burnt sugar and expensive damp wool. The city always felt louder on Valentine's Day. More couples, more hands intertwined, more reminders of what I wasn't doing. I came to Cafe Aurora when I didn't want to think, when I needed somewhere that didn't ask questions. By 32, I'd stopped calling it single and started calling it quiet. I tried the corporate route back home, tried smoothing my edges, tried reading rooms that never seemed to speak my language. Somewhere between rejection emails and forced smiles, I realized I felt more at ease in airports than offices. Planes made sense. Movement made sense. So I left. Spain came first. Warm weather, slower mornings, teaching English to people who didn't expect me to perform competence in the same exhausting ways. It wasn't perfect, but it was kinder to my nervous system. And for a while, that was enough. My best friend went the other direction, South Korea. Cold winters, bright cities, time zones that made FaceTime calls feel like stolen moments. We used to joke that between the two of us, we were collecting second homes. There used to be 3 of us on those calls. Tavares. We lost him not long after college. He always had plans. Basketball overseas. Egypt, maybe. Somewhere warm. Somewhere big. Somewhere that made sense for someone who took up space the way he did. He was the kind of person who could be both the most popular guy in the room and the one who noticed who was uncomfortable. He understood me before I had language for myself, before I knew what delayed social cues were, before I realized my brain moved on a different rhythm. He stood up for the broken without ever calling them that. Losing him fractured us in ways time never quite repaired. Valentine's Day came again, quietly. I lay on my couch in Paris, phone face down on my chest, rain tapping against the window like a reminder I hadn't asked for. Paris was supposed to be a break, a pause between seasons. Spain was too hot this time of year, and I needed distance from the routines I'd built there. Distance, but not loneliness. My phone buzzed. FaceTime. My best friend's face filled the screen, wrapped in a blanket, Seoul night glowing behind her. "Girl," she said immediately, "you cannot keep doing this." "Doing what?" I asked, already smiling. "Rotting." "I am not rotting," I said. "I'm resting." She rolled her eyes. "It's Valentine's Day. You need to get out of the house. You need to go on a date." "Absolutely not." "I already bought you your favorite drink." I sat up. "You did what?" "Flat white, 2 pumps of vanilla, Cafe Aurora." Of course she did. Cafe Aurora had become a ritual. Warm light, familiar faces, a place that asked nothing of me except to sit and exist. She knew that. She knew me. "Just go," she said, "for me." I hesitated longer than I wanted to admit, then sighed. Fine. After the call ended, I stared at my phone longer than I meant to. The quiet pressed in again. Not grief exactly, something adjacent to it. The absence of someone who used to fill the space without effort. I didn't want romance. I just didn't want to be alone. That's how I found the listing. Rent a boyfriend. Paris. I stared at it, then laughed once, sharp and disbelieving. It felt ridiculous, artificial, safe in a way real connection never was. I booked 2 hours, for today only. Cafe Aurora glowed against the gray afternoon when I arrived. Inside, the air smelled like coffee and rain-soaked coats. My flat white was already waiting. He showed up on time, polite, warm, practiced in the way people are when they know the rules.
Hi, I'm Jay.
I just need you for today, I said, not bothering to soften it. He nodded, unbothered.
What kind of boyfriend do you need me to be?
Before I could answer, my phone buzzed again. Let me see him, my best friend demanded, already back on FaceTime. Jay leaned into frame, smiling like he'd done this before.
Hey, what's up?
There was a pause. Dang, she said. I smirked. Told you. The call ended, and I exhaled like I'd been holding my breath for weeks. Oh my God, I said. Thank you. That's over. And then, because my brain never knew how to stop once it started, I talked. About Spain, about Paris, about feeling like I lived between places, about missing someone I didn't know how to talk about yet. Jay listened, didn't interrupt, didn't fix, didn't flinch.
I'm just here to listen.
He said simply. And that was the part that scared me, because it felt familiar. And familiarity, I knew, was dangerous, even when it wasn't real.
Preservation is off the menu.
Girl, you cannot keep rotting in that apartment.
I'm not rotting. I'm resting.
And a flat white at Cafe Aurora is on it. She was looking for a transaction, but she might just find something that isn't for sale. Behind the Seine, for today only Siempre Amigos, a webtoon mini-series by Ease Your Scroll.